did the same thing again.
Oh no.
What is going on? Anyway, restart.
Well, I was just explaining
Yeah.
the monster that you turn into when you have a project due.
Right.
And I think that was just proven by the fact that you once again forgot to turn on recording.
Ugh.
But I don't know. I want to say, you guys, that someone DM'd me and said that we need to keep it up with the podcast. So thanks for watching if you're looking right now, if you're here. But I do feel bad because I do think that we've been slacking with the pod lately.
Yep.
And that is also my fault, but I don't have another co-host. And sometimes Aaron just needs a break. And honestly, you guys, and this is no shade to Aaron, he's the type of person when he's overworked, he gets grumpy and mean. And I love him, but I'm the type of person, like, if I'm underworked, I get grumpy and mean. So
yeah. Jeez.
So Aaron, like, I didn't want to push him by doing podcasts while he was editing John and Co. because he wouldn't be a good sight to see. And honestly, while he was editing it, I think I'm like still figuring this out because I remember when we first started dating and I was, you go to school with a bunch of theater kids and like artists or whatever, quote unquote, like just tend to be night owls. And I'm not like that. I actually, in high school, like, I used to stay up till, like, 2 a.m.
That's pretty
regularly. And so I considered myself a night owl, but, like, I think in college, people would stay up till, like, 5 a.m. and then wake up at 1.
I don't know about 5.
Yes, you would walk into my bedroom at 5 a.m.
5
Yes,
a.m.
you
That
would.
is
For
such
grand.
an exaggeration.
For
That
grand.
is such an exaggeration.
I am not exaggerating.
That is such an
for grand for me to die, Aaron.
That is such
you
for
would come,
grand for you to die.
Yeah, you
How
would,
often?
At least twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yeah, you
5 a.m.
Yes.
This number goes up every single year.
No, Aaron, 5
I'm just slapping your mic.
5 a.m., Aaron.
There's no chance.
5 a.m. Yes, there is a chance.
3
there is
maybe.
a chance because
3 maybe.
I would have to I had to buy the Calm app, you guys. I had to put essential oils in my little diffuser that would make little rain noises while people were talking in my fucking living room. And I was tired of it. And I thought, you know what? When I leave college, when I leave all these artsy people and I can wake up on my own, like I'll be able to get up at 8 a.m. even, okay, and be fine. Aaron comes to bed on these weeks. And lately, I think that we've just had a lot of work with John and Co. And I think since we're motivated by that, we're going to keep having a lot of work. And so, as we know, this is a fault of mine. I don't edit and I don't stay up late. And Aaron comes to bed at 4 a.m.
No, I don't. Not even
yes,
lately.
Yes, you do. You came to bed at
3:30.
3:30 yesterday.
And that was late for usually.
No, you've been coming to bed at 4 a.m. Don't lie.
No.
Yes, Aaron.
2:30, 3:30.
No, you've been coming to bed at 4 a.m. You have been. And I wake up at 6 a.m. to go to work. So.
Yeah, that's tough.
Anyway, I don't want you guys to have to see us fight, okay?
I can smell the trash can from here.
Why do you say gross things, Aaron?
Sorry, continue.
Do you want me to take out the trash?
No, not right now. I just wanted to say that.
You're actually upsetting me. This was going to be a positive, fun-loving podcast. Anyway, what I wanted to say is that I'm sorry that we haven't been potting regularly.
Sorry.
And I think that it's because Aaron looks like this, and I don't want him to be shown on this podcast right now with the way that he's behaving.
Sometimes I just need a good little timeout to think.
He needs like a lot of breaks. There's just not enough hours in the day, you guys. And there's not enough sleep for little Aaron Klein.
No.
There's just not.
No, you need at least 7 hours. Otherwise your brain is drunk. Otherwise it performs in that way.
Is that why you act drunk all the time?
Ugh.
You act
Do you
wasted.
see what I was
Like a
saying?
hillbilly. You're a hillbilly.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed John and Co. because we did work really hard on it.
Yes.
And it was Aaron's wet
The
dream.
lesson was maybe don't write a project that is 18 pages. That
it was worth it
spans
though. It
multiple
was honestly the
timelines.
highlight of our year. I think my goal in life, and I'm gonna
It's a lot
say
of work though.
I'm gonna say it here. I think that it's not a lot of work filming it. It doesn't feel like a lot of work when we're filming. The editing is what's awful.
Yeah, I think also if your character's gonna wear a bald cap, don't cheap out and and buy the cheap bald cap that doesn't, dissolve
And then
into the
also
forehead.
don't have
you
no
have to
budget, so that
shittily-
you have to CGI it yourself, even though you have no experience with that whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, the quote for the CGI was like over $1,000
Yeah, no.
from even the cheapos.
Where do you look for the cheapos?
You can just go on Fiverr and be like, cheapos, give me
See,
your quotes.
Fiverr is relevant, Aaron. Fiverr is a real thing.
When have I ever said
You said that it
Fiverr's
would be
not a
wrong
real
for me to
thing?
find Annie Baker's email on Fiverr.
What?
Yeah, you said it would be wrong for
What
me.
are
I
you
couldn't find it
talking
anyway.
about?
Leela has this app, and maybe I shouldn't be doxing her like this, but she has this app where she can basically find anyone's address in the world, but there are certain people who are blocked on the app.
What?
So, I can't just write a letter to Annie Baker and send it to her home address because I can't find it on the app. Not that I would look for that, but what I'm saying is
Okay.
that
Mm-hmm. You just said you did
you're
look.
icked by me today.
No, I'm not.
You're icked by
But you
me.
just did you hear the contradiction?
I know when a man is icked by me, and you're starting to get icked by me.
It's the hands.
It's okay that I use my hands when I
It's
talk.
fine. Yeah, it's totally okay.
What is aggravating you about me right now? Because
No,
I feel a little
nothing.
insecure.
Really?
Yeah, because I could tell that you're icked by me.
Not at all.
Fully.
I'm craving a nice bowl of ramen.
Order some, Aaron.
No.
I want some,
You want soup?
yeah. Konjungkije.
Huh? Say what? What do you think it is?
I don't want to be racist on this podcast, Aaron.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Konjungkije.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, delirium.
Was I close?
Not. I don't even know what you just said. No.
He's so icked by me.
What were you just trying to
I
do?
was trying to kiss
I
you.
thought you were trying to whisper or lick my ear. It was unclear. Your intentions were unclear.
He hasn't kissed me in a long time.
That's not true.
It's been like 2 weeks.
No, that's not true at all.
It's been 2 weeks since he's touched me.
What the heck is happening? What the heck is happening?
Aaron, I know what you really came on this podcast to talk about.
What?
The Oscars.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be said. It has to be mentioned. I don't know if you guys are all following the details. This is the craziest Oscar race, I think.
Sit up, Aaron.
Ugh.
Like, get yourself out of your
I'm
head.
just being
have
like...
some
you
vitamin C.
Okay, thank you. Guys, I feel like I'm a little sick.
Yeah. It's because he hasn't been sleeping.
Ooh, you put a lot of water in this. It's water heavy. Which is okay.
Oh, I forgot that you don't like the taste of water and you only drink sugary protein shakes. You know what he's been pounding nonstop? This is what his diet has been, okay? Let me just say. It has
You're like,
just
why aren't
been...
you enthused? And I'm just being bombarded.
Hit me.
Bomba.
You want to hit me? I've never seen it more in your eyes.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, as I was saying, fuck, I don't want to out you, but you just been downing those protein shakes. We're like Premier Protein. Aaron
No, what's wrong with
loves
that? I
Premier
love
Protein.
Premier Protein.
He's been downing Premier Protein.
That
and
would be a great sponsorship.
I'm not sponsoring that shit.
I absolutely 100%.
I don't want to sponsor. I
Premier
want red
Protein is
wine. I want a
excellent.
classic
Red
wine.
Red vine is so shitty for you.
It doesn't matter. It's classic. Premier Protein's shitty for you and marketed as a
No.
health thing.
No, it's
You're
100.
an idiot.
It's 160
You're an
calories,
idiot.
30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar.
That doesn't
I have
matter.
that memorized.
With
and
all
it's
of
tasty and delicious.
the additives that are put in there.
It's not that bad for you. Look at the ingredients. It's not
I
that
don't
bad.
like you.
There's not that much shit in it.
I don't like what your tongue just did.
Sorry.
It made me uncomfortable. I'm gonna pour that all.
It's lukewarm at this point, girl.
This is honestly like a way feistier podcast than I was expecting. And I'm not the feisty one even right now. Just say what you hate about me.
Nothing. You're
Let's just-
stoking the flames.
Let's just get into
You're
it.
stoking the
Let's
flames,
just get
and you
into
know
it.
what you're doing.
Say what you hate about me.
You're stoking the flames.
What
right now.
do you hate about me?
Nothing. Nothing.
What's icking you the most about me right
Nothing.
now?
I just
I-
think
I
you
said-
know what you're doing.
I said what icked you, what icked me the most about you. Now you say what.
What am I? What is icking me? The sleep?
The Premier Protein.
That is aching you?
It's an egg, but it's kind of like, no, it's not even charming. I won't even go there. But what is icking you about me? Just say it.
That jar of peanut butter on the freaking counter right now.
That's a good one. That's icking me too.
There you go.
I eat like a whole tub of peanut butter a week. It's actually so bad for me.
You go through the peanut butter. It's okay. It's yummy.
I'm a chunk.
It's delicious. The buttery, it's nice.
No, I'm
It's
a
a nice
nasty
crunch.
little chunk. I eat like I can't stop eating chocolate.
It's okay.
I can't stop.
Anyway. So, yes, guys, this is shaping up to be the craziest Oscar season of all time. We've had unprecedented levels of inquiry and controversy in all different directions. You can't predict it.
Talk about it.
What's going to happen next? Who knows? I mean, it was kicked off with the first of all, no, this was like a micro thing, but Anora wins the Palme d'Or, which is the biggest prize you can win at Cannes. And then it comes out they didn't have an intimacy coordinator. Slight contra there. Slight. Very slight.
That what do you think about that?
I think... I think obviously that should be the standard.
You know what? I'm like, what do you think about that? And we never used an intimacy coordinator. But we've never had intimate scenes.
We've never had intimate... We're not having, like, full-fledged...
Yeah, that's like sex.
They bang and bang the whole time.
Yeah.
They were banging the whole time.
Actually, we did do one film where we had an intimacy coordinator, and that never came out.
So there you go.
Anyway.
I don't know. I mean, I think you should have it, but at the end of the day, it was, like, offered to everyone on the set.
It was.
Yeah. And, yeah. So, I don't know. If everyone was comfortable, then I don't think, like, it should be... I don't think the movie should be, like, not celebrated for that.
No, I agree.
If everyone was comfortable.
I
and if that's, like, a
agree,
true
but I
thing.
do think that it's...
I think you should have that, but I think, like, you know...
I think we're not at a place in our culture yet where, like... where... I don't know how to say this. Like, having an intimacy coordinator is...
I think it's standard, though, now.
I think it's standard, but I also think we're at a point where, like, we're at that weird in between point where it wouldn't be, like, fully wrong to not have a intimacy coordinator.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I don't think it's as standard as you think.
I think most productions that are professional, that are big budgets, have them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The majority do.
No, that's true. But I think there's still a stigma around intimacy coordinators that I think is stupid. And I think that
Yes.
something like Anora, which is this amazing film, coming out with news that they don't have an intimacy coordinator is just more harmful to everyone as a whole. Because I think it just gives an okay that there doesn't have to be intimacy coordination.
Well, I think Yorgos talked about it because originally he didn't like the idea of having one.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, his films are very sexual.
Yeah.
And in Poor Things, I think he introduced
An intimacy coordinator.
And he said he loves it so much now and he would never not work with one.
Well, because it's choreography.
It's like doing a dance and then not having a choreographer.
Yeah.
As a director. I mean, it just makes sense to have that.
Yeah, because then you're just like, I don't know.
But I mean, maybe the other thing is, I think that jumping to conclusions of what they did or did not do on set, I think that it was likely very choreographed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looked.
So
I mean, it looked. She was dancing.
Yeah, so I don't think that.
Maybe they had a dance coordinator. Do you think they did?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
So I think that kind of was overblown in my opinion, because it's not like it came out that people were uncomfortable. You know, like there was no expression of discomfort from anyone.
Yeah,
in fact, it was
it's like
opposite.
how the Brutalists use AI.
Yeah, I think it. I'm just saying,
It's okay. You didn't make these movies, but I know your heart's in them deeply.
I'm just.
Mine
saying,
is too. I
saying.
cried when I watched the BAFTAs. I sobbed.
Oh.
Did.
So, anyway, yeah, I felt like, but anyway, that was controversy number 1. Number 2, the AI, which we've already covered. Don't need to delve into.
If you want to know our thoughts on the AI, please go to
Also,
our previous episode.
Stupid controversy. Anyway.
That is,
and everyone's forgotten. It doesn't matter anymore. No one cares.
I think people were just craving the tea.
Yeah, people were giving the tea. You know
They
what?
wanted
You want to know what the
controversy.
tea was?
Yeah.
The tea was a complete unknown. Stoke the flames with it.
Why? What happened?
Because, okay, also, I have been noticing on all of Variety, Variety has, like, their list of who's ever going to win all the awards.
They
And I
have
think-
like predictions.
And I think Complete Unknown totally paid for everything. Because they're listed as, like, number 2 for Best Picture under Anora. Timothy is listed as number 1. The director is listed as, like, number 2 under Sean Bake. Like, it's a crazy... Edward Norton is listed as number 1 for supporting actor over Kieran Culkin, who has won everything. Like, it is an absurd... like, it's embarrassing. And that's the whole thing is, like, not to talk any shade about
We also have not seen the complete unknown.
people who are making movies. You think it's better than Anora or The Brutalist?
I don't know, but I just think you're a little harsh on
No
it
shot.
sometimes.
Oh, shit. But you interrupted me. What was I saying? Not in a bad way. I'm just saying that was. I'm making you feel interesting.
Just continue.
So anyway, I think that Variety is a bullshit organization. I think they should go down in flames for being. I mean, it's clear that they were bought.
Mm-hmm.
That's very clear from
Most things are
watching
bought, Aaron. Grow up. Life is bought. What are you thinking? Of course they bought it, you fucking idiot.
But to the degree that the
Aaron,
list
the
could still
Oscars
be the same.
are bought.
No, but
bro.
not. But
Look
not
at
to this
fucking
degree.
Weinstein. Grow up.
Whoa! Want to bring Harvey into this?
Come on, Aaron. You know that he bought everyone for the Oscars.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is they've bought in like a publication.
Every single
Obviously-
film
okay, you're not
festival is
listening to me.
bought.
You're not listening to me. Obviously, that's the case.
That's called press. That's called PR.
What the hell is happening?
Yes, Aaron.
Where are we fighting now?
Because I feel like duh, bro. It's a major movie with a huge young hot
Yes,
star. Like
okay,
they're
I
gonna fucking buy it.
No. But if you're posting like predictions, it has to at least align with the season. A Complete Unknown hasn't done shit.
Aaron, it's rogue out here.
Whoa.
It's rogue.
I just think it's an embarrassing list, personally, and it's disgusting me. Anyhow,
I honestly don't want to say anything negative about anyone because I know that one day when I'm a star, I'll be working with these people.
no,
so
again, there's
I'm
no
covering
shade.
my tracks. I'm not
about
gonna
the
I'm not gonna
individuals
pull an
who
IO
are
right now, if you know what I mean.
There's no shade about any individual,
Love IO.
but I can judge the product or I could judge the campaign. It's more about the campaign.
No, you're right.
The campaign
It's BS.
is, and I've been saying this, their campaign is almost like the Harris campaign a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, she really did dirty with the campaign.
She just got done dirty where it was like there was just like this kind of blind optimism and this blind push. You know what I'm saying?
Do you really think that they have a blind optimism?
I think he like did a thing with Kendrick before the Super Bowl. They
What
did like
did he
an
do?
interview where like they drove around frickin' LA together. And they did like an interview. Like he wants it so bad.
But
he went on SNL and just performed like Bob Dylan songs. He was the musical guest and the host.
Honestly, though, Aaron, I think. Okay. First of all, your hate for Timothy Chalamet.
I don't hate him.
No, I need to comment on
He's
this.
fantastic.
No, I'm gonna fucking
Call Me
comment
by Your
on
Name
this.
is one of
There is a weird hate for Timothy Chalamet that men in their 20s who went to theater school have. And I understand it. Like, I get it because he is one of them. And he's one that made it. He's the, like, skinny theater boy that became hot and is nominated for an Oscar.
Wait.
There's a weird hate
Slow
that you-
down.
And I agree. I
Slow
agree.
Down.
No.
Slow down. Let's take a breath. Because and not for you, for me too. I do not hate him. By
I'm
any
not saying you
standard.
hate him.
No. The allegation has been dropped towards me. And let me just clarify. I think he's a fantastic actor.
I agree with what you're saying.
Do I think
But
he should? Do
I
I
think
think he
out
should
of-
win an Oscar
Out
for
of
this?
all the people who are
Absolutely
being
not.
nominated, I think he is the most celebrity. Like, he wants celebrity. He wants to be a celebrity.
I think he's like our generation of DiCaprio.
Yeah, so it makes sense that
And I
he's
think DiCaprio's great too.
but it makes sense that he's campaigning like that. Whereas like Adrian Brody, I
But
think
he's
is more of
not
an artistic actor.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
agree.
don't think he would go Oscar campaign like that.
Right.
I think Mikey Madison.
But DiCaprio doesn't campaign like that. Like his campaign is to the degree where it's like almost a little
desperate.
cringe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not saying that that's his fault. That's not his fault at all. I'm not blaming anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming anybody for this.
Well, he's working for it on the outside.
He's
know?
doing incredibly well. I mean, he's doing great. He's doing great.
No, but I get it's
I
giving
wish
Austin
nothing but the
Butler.
best for
It's
him.
giving Austin Butler.
Just a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyhow. Whereas it's like brother, there's you just gotta respect the legends that be in that category and be happy to be there at 29.
It's a little disrespectful.
You know what I mean? Like there's just no it's not that there's no shot. I mean, it's like it's him or Brody, but I'm just saying, dude, I think the better play strategically is like be super thrilled to be there, be super grateful, and I think that will be more attractive to voters.
I also think I don't know. There's a certain
than this type of
There's a certain like well, I guess Adrian Brody's like this too though because he's hella method. But
I don't think he's method. He's very passionate.
Yeah, but he does go really into his roles.
Yeah.
For sure. But there's like something about like a young actor when they talk about like a project that they did as if like, oh, I didn't use my phone for 3 months and I locked myself in a hotel room and this was my life. Like you can tell that it's an Oscar grab. I mean, even like you look at like all of the Wicked campaign was clearly I think the performances were amazing and I think it was a wonderful movie. Do I think it was an Oscar movie? I think it was more of like a really beautiful, fun
like
summer movie.
I categorize it similarly like with the Barbie movie, which also
No, I think it was better than the Barbie movie.
I agree, but in a similar genre, you know,
and
like,
also it was an original script, so
in a similar genre.
A similar situation.
Top Gun Maverick was nominated for Best Picture.
Well, like when everyone was outraged that the Barbie movie wasn't nominated, I was like, come on.
I was like, what? Why?
It's not an Oscar movie, and
it ain't an Oscar movie like
it's
that.
not. For the white women, you can have your own fucking awards.
Oh my god, yeah. You guys should make your own show, and it'll be great for you.
And
guys.
you can all watch it.
And you can all win, and
by
you can
yourselves.
all watch it,
and
have a
everyone,
great time.
But I don't know. What was I saying? Yeah, that I don't think Wicked would have been nominated so much if it wasn't for their campaign.
Their campaign was great. Jonathan Chu won a Critics' Choice.
Yeah, but that's what I think. Like, I think that all of these
I get what you're saying.
like the campaign is sometimes just as important as the movie.
Of course.
It could actually uplift a movie to the point where like
definitely no one
know,
I mean,
because there are also a ton of people, Aaron, who don't watch the movies.
That's true.
And who just see the campaigns.
That's fucking true,
and
man.
who want the people who campaign the best to win.
The Guild hated The Brutalist. They hated
Why?
The Brutalist. It got shut out at DGA, at the Directors Guild Award. It got shut out at Producers Guild. It didn't get SAG for Best Ensemble.
Why do you think that is? Who got Best Ensemble?
For like nominated. Who was nominated?
Or
Conclave was nominated. Wicked was nominated. Anora was nominated.
Honestly, I could kind of see.
A Complete Unknown was nominated.
I could kind of see Wicked winning Best Ensemble.
I think Wicked. It's either gonna be Wicked or Anora.
Yeah.
Those are the two, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Anora is like if the kids have seen it.
Yeah.
And are down to vote for it, but I think Wicked is.
I think Wicked will probably win.
The fact that Jonathan Bailey was nominated for SAG.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, okay, I do think these performances
Those Bridgerton motherfuckers.
I love Bridgerton. Don't even hate
that
on
SAG pool being like that 15 to like, they're probably like 2-year-olds in SAG now. Well, like, I like Jonathan Bailey and Wicked. I'm going to vote for him over Guy Pearce. You bastards.
You're being a real bitter film bro today.
I'm sorry.
And it's kind of icking me out. Like, can't we just enjoy a movie for once in our goddamn lives?
I enjoyed Wicked. I loved Wicked.
No.
You don't think I loved it?
Did you even wear pink or green?
Yes, I did. I wore green.
Good. I just wanted you to say it on camera.
You're acting like I don't like these movies.
No, I do. You're just acting a little bit pretentious. But it's okay. I'm only covering my ass because I know I'm going to be famous one day and meet
You're
these
covering
people.
your digital footprint.
I'm covering my digital
I understand.
footprint.
I
And
understand.
I'm not
completely.
ashamed to say it.
That's fair.
You know?
I understand. No, it's good to have a devil's advocate. You can't go too hard with what I'm saying because
I agree,
yeah,
Aaron. I
I
think the
understand.
Brutalist should win.
No, I'm not even
And
saying
you know
that.
what?
I'm not
I
even
will say
saying that.
this. I will say this. I do think that the Brutalist and Anora winning, the reason why we're so impassionate about it, and first of all, I think The Brutalist is a definition of like an Oscar grab movie. Like that movie was stunning, and it was clearly made to win an Oscar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There are a lot of movies that are just made to win an Oscar, and it doesn't necessarily mean that other movies are good or bad, you know, but sometimes they just shouldn't be in an Oscar category.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm saying about Anora and The Brutalist, because they are very different, and I do think The Brutalist has more of like a grand Oscar-y feel to it.
It's just a huge movie.
Yeah, but both of them were independently funded, right?
Yeah.
By the director.
For $8 and $10 million. Yeah.
Yeah. And with such a quote unquote low budget, because that's low for
their respective movies. Yes,
yeah.
for sure. I mean, Anora shot in New York City.
It feels like a win for independent filmmakers.
And independently financed movies, not just independent filmmakers.
Yes, independently financed movies. And I think that we are also just hearing a bunch as actors and filmmakers that nothing is being made, that nothing is being funded, that you need mega stars, which Adrian Brody is a mega star, so whatever.
I wouldn't say recently, though. He hasn't done anything in forever. I mean, he's like
he's a name.
But in the way like Brendan Fraser is a name, it's more of like a comeback.
Yeah.
Like
no,
Demi Moore is a name. I wouldn't say Adrian Brody is like people might recognize and know
but
him.
Adrian Brody even holds a different weight than Demi Moore. Demi Moore is a celebrity, and she's an actress, yes. But
do
Adrian
you think
Brody,
young people really know who Adrian Brody is?
I think Adrian Brody would hold a similar
For sure
thing to oh my god, like any like a Saoirse Ronan.
You think?
Or like a
but like someone who's older than that?
Fuck. I'm forgetting his name, and it's so embarrassing because I always forget it, and I should know his name.
Do you know
Lincoln?
Daniel Day? I think not even close to DDL.
No, but he has that sort of
like a Hoffman or something.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Like
he has a serious actor.
He has a serious actor appeal that you would look at him and you'd be like, he is going to win an Oscar.
Sure, he has a very serious air about him.
Yeah.
But I think he hasn't done anything of that caliber in like 20
who
years.
He is.
Sure. I concede.
Like that, I don't know. I don't know who to really compare him to.
Yeah. But he's Adrian Brody, and you're right. You are right.
Like it's like he's gonna be one of the best actors ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
Anyway.
He's incredible.
I don't know. That being said, though, I do think it feels like some sort of a win for people who recently, just with the strike, and hearing all these things about, like, I don't know. I saw that interview that Maya Hawke did, which I think she said she was very well spoken about it, but she was talking and kind of like thinking out loud about how you need a certain number of Instagram followers. Like producers will hand a director the amount of Instagram followers that they need in total, and they have to cast around that. That made me feel like a pile of shit because first of all, I don't want to invest my time in my Instagram. I don't think that that's a skill of mine. I think it's a separate I think it's a separate skill from acting completely. Yeah. And she was talking about how, celebrity and actors are kind of more merged now, which I don't know if I agree with that.
I think, yeah, I don't think I agree with that either.
But I do think what she means is like influencers and actors
Yeah.
are more merged.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
The whole space is very
yeah, and
weird.
it did kind of freak me out because I was like, oh, she's considering this. She has 8 point something million followers. She is clearly well connected in the industry. She's a great actress and she's done huge big budget projects already and now is able to like handpick these indies. So the fact that she's grappling with this idea of deleting her Instagram or not, like, I don't know, it just made me feel a little depleted.
I understand that. You don't necessarily know the degree to which she is had to grapple with it. You know, I think it's like a great thing that she acknowledged all of that
But
because
I
I think
do
that that's
think
real. And I think to a degree she's obviously
no,
experienced
but
that.
it's like even if she's not grappling with it very heavily, which I think she was, imagine people who have way less
Uh-huh.
like exposure than she does.
Mm-hmm.
Like it made me think like, oh my god, I don't have very many followers. Like, should I be? But it's like I know that that's not my skill, so I'm not going to invest time in that because I think that it would be a waste of my time personally because I know I'd fail at it. That's genuinely the truth. I'm not good at that sort of thing. But I don't know. It kind of got in my head and it made me feel like fuck this that no one is able to get funding for movies even if you're Maya Hawke. And I guess so what I'm coming back to is that the Brutalist or Anora winning would kind of be a sign that we are going more to the independent filmmaking route and that it's possible and that there's a light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Because I don't know. There's one side of it that feels like, and we've talked a lot about this on the podcast, that feels very much like influencer heavy and big budget Marvel movies, and you have to have a name even if it's a small film. And I think that just feels really limiting to someone who is not even broken into the industry yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. But then there's the other side to it where it's like people are getting sick of watching, reels, and people are getting sick of
Well, you have to think about it like this. I'm not talking about a lot of people, but people were very excited about the idea that there was a 3.5 hour movie that had an intermission, and that's indicative of. And similarly with Anora, it's like there's an appeal to a movie that's being shot on film again. There's an appeal to smaller films that are more focused, that have like a tighter emotional core, that are attempting to do something different. I think that's indicative of like pretty much all the movies that are nominated this year.
yeah.
Even freaking Emilia Perez, which is probably the last of the most recent controversy.
Oh, we didn't talk
Definitely
about that
tops the
controversy.
cake.
That's crazy.
Probably the only legitimate one.
That was the protagonist, though. She was the protagonist.
Yes.
Okay, I have not seen Emilia Perez.
I've seen clips. It's pretty wild.
I
you know
really want to see it.
Easy to hate on. Bold choices.
Why do you think it was nominated?
Okay, here's what I will say. From what I have seen, from what I have seen, there are good elements of the movie. I think that I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no
So
idea
you did see it?
the degree to why it was nominated. I've seen like maybe like most of the songs.
Maybe because it was a musical, but then I feel like Wicked would win all of those awards.
It is nothing like Wicked. I feel like is a very conventional, like really well done studio movie.
Yeah.
Emilia Perez is like a fever dream.
Uh-huh.
Like I have no idea what, like it is a crazy movie, which
so
I
you
do
did watch
respect.
the movie.
I mean, I've seen basically all the songs in the movie,
Okay.
so not all the
Yeah.
in between intermezzo stuff, but like it's a crazy movie. It's like actually insane.
Okay.
And I can't even really explain to you what the movie is, like the choices of the movie. Like I couldn't give you the log
Could you
line
tell me
really
what
of
it
this
is
film.
about, or no?
I really couldn't tell you
Okay.
the log line of this
It's
movie
that
in under
scattered.
like 3 minutes. You know, like
Okay.
it would take me at least 5 minutes to accurately tell you what this movie is.
Right.
It's an insane movie, and the choices are crazy. That being said, I respect that those choices were executed, and that it got made, and then there's an appeal. It did get a lot of backlash. It got a little 1-2 punch. The one, which was the representation aspect of it, I understand.
What do you mean?
Well, people, I think, were upset that it's, a Mexican movie, but it wasn't filmed or executed in that regard at all. Like, it was shot in London, I think, for the majority of it.
But it takes place in Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think people were unhappy.
I know
with
nothing
the,
about this movie.
Well, are you aware of that type of the controversy of that end of it?
No,
People
I
were
don't.
upset that it kind of was a very Americanized, like sort of like in a similar vein to like Green Book, the controversy there.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
Not quite in that direction,
Yeah.
but of a similar like Beatty movie that is presenting like free throw ideas.
It's presenting diversity, but through a very
like a free throw idea.
Yeah.
It's a free throw.
Well, that's okay. That's crazy. I actually thought it was an American movie.
Yeah, it's an international
It's
movie.
really advertised as an American movie.
Yes. Because it's on Netflix and it's
Yeah, and because they have American actors.
and Selena Gomez is in it, Zoe Saldana's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zoe Saldana's kind of.
And she who shall not be named. Yeah.
Is she American or Mexican?
I think she's Mexican.
Yeah, I think she's Mexican.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
That's
is
just an
crazy.
insane person.
That is insane. Man.
Like you.
Honestly, she's very good in the movie. This is what I will say. It doesn't need to be said. What she.
The tweets.
The
we
tweets
can
are
just
crazy.
we
yeah,
can just
of course.
mention it.
It's
Let's
absolutely
just throw
insane.
it out
It's
there.
totally wild. And that's been named
Yeah.
to the degree. What I want to know
People are
is
so fucking unhinged nowadays. Jesus
It's-
Christ. Some
what I
people
wanna-
just need to lock up their phones.
they just need to go, you know what, I'm having a crazy thought, which is like
No, but I
No,
think
yeah.
Trump has made that okay.
That's true. That's true. He has. But this was even before then.
Wasn't it recently, like a couple years ago?
Yeah,
people,
but like Biden
Aaron,
was elected.
people are just unhinged. It doesn't matter that Trump was elected before Biden.
I know, but I'm just saying
You're
like,
right. You're right.
every element of it is very strange.
But honestly, you
But
could
the only
feel
point
the
I will-
rise anyway.
The only point I will make is whoever the PR it's Netflix. You're the number one streaming platform in the world. And your PR team doesn't go through you're telling me out of all the crazy shit that she said, there wasn't an inkling on set?
Yeah, no. You would
There wasn't
know.
even a little hint that it's like, I think Carla's a little wild.
I think we should
I think we should double check Carla. I feel like
You're right. You're right.
I feel like if I'm a PA on that set, or if I'm some kind of production assistant, script supervisor, whomever you might be.
Maybe a director even.
Yeah, maybe the direction's a little wild too.
Maybe a castmate that
Yeah.
is worried about their Oscar being
Zoe
snubbed.
Saldana, who's a lock-in, for supporting actors.
Is she a lock-in?
She's gonna win 100%.
Oh, good for
She's
her. I
100%.
really
No,
like
it's
Zoe
great.
Saldana.
She's great, and she's very committed in the movie. She's a very committed performance. But you gotta go through the tweets. This is like a 2016 thing, right? Wasn't that a lesson from like 10 years ago that you should probably start doing that?
What happened in 2016?
I mean, I just feel like a lot of people are getting in trouble for tweets
Yeah, people have been getting in trouble
for like
tweets
15,
forever.
for like
Like
20 years.
it's not even Twitter anymore.
I feel like
it's
I was
X.
5 when, it was like a totally different brand, and people were still getting in trouble for the
like
same thing.
right when people started tweeting, they were getting in trouble for tweeting.
Like you should probably have a tweet. Like if you're the PR team, go Command F and then just go Hitler, right? And if anything returns, you probably investigate. You just throw that in Google Translate.
Yeah, you're
right?
right. You're right.
That's all you do. You do a Command F
That
of
was
the whole
those
thing.
things. She's Jesus Christ.
Right, obviously. Insane.
Ugh.
But I think it is just such a massive failure. Like, it just goes to show no one knows what they're doing, right?
Or no one cares.
I think they just didn't look. There's no way that they saw that and were like, oh, that'll be fine.
No, they didn't look.
They didn't see it,
They didn't look.
which is a mistake on their part.
You're right, though.
They could have seen
if
it and
someone
casted
is
her.
openly tweeting crazy things like that, they're probably saying the same things in person.
Yeah, they're not. They're completely unashamed of their beliefs,
Well, they're
which are wrong, by the way. We're making this very clear. The beliefs are incorrect, but you're tweeting them, so you're not. You feel that way. Like, you want the world to know how you feel.
Yeah.
Like, she's taking photos anyway.
Of
a
family. What was that? What did she take? Why did she take photos of the family?
I think it was.
Like, wasn't she like?
It's not good.
Slut shaming the daughters or something like that.
Was she?
I'm making this up. I have no idea.
I thought it was an Islamophobia thing.
Oh, probably.
There was a lot of that.
Okay.
That was the majority of it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. It's not great.
Racism is disgusting, and we do not fucking support it. So if you're a racist, get the hell off of our channel.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We're making it
go
clear.
to the white woman group that's gonna vote for. Just kidding. Don't come for me. You're so scary. These white women are so scary.
Yeah, facts. True. Anyhow, yeah. So that's like a huge like the PR team of that movie. You're fired.
Yeah.
Completely fired.
Yeah.
You've messed up your entire job, which is to make sure the lead of your movie doesn't get in trouble for saying racist things.
Yeah.
That's like your only job.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the most recent thing, which wipes out all the past controversies, in my opinion. So now we're kind of in a weird state. We don't really know what's going to happen, is what I'm saying. And I have a personal investment in this, so I am
like
very
a financial
focused.
investment. We have a financial investment.
There's a financial stake in the Oscars.
Yeah.
That I am, people bet on sports.
We bet on the Oscars.
Exactly. So, I'm interested if there are any Academy voters watching, which I heavily doubt, but if that's the case, who are you voting for? Let me know. I would like to know.
Aaron has been asking every Academy voter he knows, which is none, but he has been
There's some
putting
people
out
in SAG
feelers.
we know. There's some people in SAG we know.
There are?
Yes.
Who do we know in SAG?
I don't want to dox, but I'll tell you off pod.
Do we know a lot of people in SAG?
We know someone who knows
I know
people.
someone in SAG.
Yeah.
I do.
We're fielding. We're fielding the table.
We're connected.
We're just getting a sample size, okay? So if you want to hear my picks, this is my pick. Obviously, the number one is got to be Brody. But if you go on Kalshi, you look at who has the most Oscars, this is my opinion. Either go for the tiebreak or go for Anora. Do not go for the Brutalist. That is an L. Anyway, that's all I'll say on the matter.
You think the Brutalist will lose? Why?
For most Oscars. You can bet specifically on who will win the most.
Oh, Anora will win the most.
It's either there's going to be a tie between different movies, or it's going to be Anora.
Okay.
I hope Emilia Perez gets the most.
Shut the fuck up. You're a sassy little bitch today. Anyway, guys, we're gonna make this more consistent. As you can tell, though, Aaron is still recovering. So I'm sorry, this podcast was a little bit rocky. Usually we're more on it. We're more firing off of each other. But I actually think that he wants to kill me today. So hopefully you see me on the next pod.
But, the thing hasn't deterred the voters from voting for Emilia Perez. Because it's still an international feature at BAFTA. Zoe Saldana still won it. Still won original song. So there you go.
What about the one
no one gives a hell about it,
Brazilian
which is so funny.
one.
So funny. That should be winning everything.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm telling you, Aaron. It's all about marketing.
You're so right.
It's so much more about marketing than it is about
F me, right?
No, I'm not saying that. I just think that maybe it does go back to social media.
What do you think? You think that's a solution?
I don't know. I'm feeling very sad right now. Like, you're making me a little depressed.
You think? Why is that?
I don't know. I think it's the way you're crossing your legs.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got into a weird position.
No, it's okay. I'm feeling a little bit. I think I'm just feeling a little bit down about my own life.
Well,
And
you're feeling the post-project blues a little bit. We just
I'm
finished a
feeling
project.
yeah, I'm feeling the post-project blues, and I think I just want more people to see our work because I think it's really funny. And I don't know. I am back in that lull space where I'm like, do I need to get a full-time job that isn't the Pilates studio because it's not supporting me anymore, and I also am not booking anything, and I've been auditioning a lot, but I'm just not booking anything, and I feel myself getting older and thinking more about a family and kids, and I think I'm just back in that lull.
She wants a baby on the way.
I don't want a baby on your hands are so cold. Get them off of me. I don't want a baby on the way, but I would. I guess the feeling with a baby is like I don't want to have 5 years go by and me not book anything and not have had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds kind of stupid, but like, what if my career comes up when I'm 30 and then I have to wait 5 years to have a kid? You know what I mean?
So when you're 30 and then you have to wait 5 years to have a kid. Well, you just pump that one out in the off season. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We could play a pregnant woman in a movie.
Okay. Anyway, guys, that's kind of where my headspace is at. I'm not trying to put this down a bad note.
I don't think that was negative at all.
I just think that I've really been thinking about that a lot because, I don't know. Also, I think a lot of people my age and a lot of my friends don't think about that at all. Like, don't think about kids and stuff. So it is a weird thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I think about it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really want kids. I think I want kids more than I want marriage.
I don't think that's weird.
Well, it's just like I think, we're already living like we're married,
Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't really, that would just be a label sort of thing to be able to have kids. And I think I just have a lot of pressure on myself because, I don't know. I have this idea that I want to make it before I have kids, but I just don't know if that timeline will work out the way it's going right now. And it's just been a little bit of a hard week. Post-show blues.
Mm-hmm.
Just an audition I was really excited about, but once again, I will probably never hear back, which is most of them.
Hey, you never know.
No, I think it's important to say. Yeah.
What? To say that?
To say that I don't hear back from any auditions. I haven't gotten a call back in
I don't think
maybe a year.
In a year?
Yeah. In a year.
No,
Maybe
that's
a little
not true.
less.
That's not true because you did a movie in last summer.
Okay, fine.
So there's that.
But what I'm saying is that maybe 6 months.
Yep.
6 months for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess what I'm just saying is the reason why I think it's important to say this. Sometimes I stalk these two little models. These model boys are like 22. They're like runway models, and I watch their day in the lives, and they go to these auditions. And honestly, being a runway model seems way harder than being an actor because you're not even self-taping. You're just like literally paying your way to a different country, staying with friends, living there for like weeks at a time. And you go to these auditions, stand in person, and you just walk. And like you're told no on the spot.
Yeah, that sucks.
And they're like very successful. Like they're pretty successful models. They've done pretty high fashion campaigns and shoots, but like they're still being told no like 3 times a day.
Yeah.
With the following that they have. And honestly, I watch that when I want to humble myself, and I appreciate how open they are about the rejection they're receiving, even though they're already like way more successful than like I would be, And so it reminds me, like, it's good to tell people that I'm being rejected every single day.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel better about yourself. And it also puts into perspective, like, the rejections kind of don't really matter that much. Because when I look at those guys, like, you can tell that the rejection affects them. But it's also like, oh, but they also got, like, a huge they're also doing a huge shoot next week, even though they got like 5 rejections that day and they're like a top model, you know?
Right.
So it makes me think, like, I just need one yes, another one after my last movie.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's the nature of this thing.
Yeah.
that
It's
you're
brutal,
doing.
though. Some days are
Brutal.
really brutal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Going to my day job, waking up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and then babysitting until 7 p.m. I love the kid I babysit, though. He's freaking
so
adorable.
cute.
He's the cutest baby
Mm.
ever. But that is so draining. And the thing with acting, and I assume with like maybe other types of art, it doesn't feel like you're working upward. It doesn't feel like you're slowly climbing. I haven't booked anything that has made me feel stable at all. I think you hope that you book something that changes your life, but that's not guaranteed. So,
Well, I mean, that's why we're doing this, you know?
no, of course. I think I'm just, I'm having a little lull at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get up at 5 a.m. and work
That's valid.
12 hours
That
tomorrow.
sucks, dude. I'm
So,
sorry.
Yeah, maybe I should get a different job. Anyway, all that being said, please subscribe so that we
Yes,
can quit our
please.
day
That would be
jobs.
so good. Yeah, just give us a
Subscribe.
subscribe. Give us a comment. Who are you voting for? Should we, what should we do?
With our lives.
Yes, let us know.
Anyway,
We respect you.
we
We love
miss
you. We want to kiss
Aaron
you.
will be better, and I will be
I'll
better
be
next week.
I will love
I
you
promise. FIFA for fun, bitches.
all. Good night and God bless.